Chandamama Ramayana, Part 57. Ravana departed from the Varuna Loka and, while returning to Lanka, forcibly abducted thousands of beautiful young maidens he encountered along the way, boarding them onto the Pushpaka Vimana. They all wept bitterly and cast many curses upon Ravana. As he was nearing his home, his sister Surpankha came to meet him, wailing loudly. She reproached him, saying, "What is there to say? You have killed my husband along with the rest of the Kalkeyas and rendered me a widow. You lacked even the basic awareness that he was your brother-in-law. Oh girl, what is the use of weeping over what has already transpired?" Ravana replied, "In the heat of battle, consumed by the frenzy of war, I lost the sense of who was mine. Henceforth, remain with our brother Khara. He shall ensure you lack for nothing. I am appointing him as the leader of 14,000 Rakshasas and sending Dushna along with him. I am dispatching them to guard the Dandaka forest. They shall all be obedient to you and do as you desire." Accordingly, Surpankha went to the Dandaka forest with Khara and Dushana and lived there in comfort. Later, Ravana went to the Nikumbhila grove. There, seeing his son Meghnada performing a yagna, he embraced him and asked, "What are you doing here?" The answer to this question was given by Shukracharya. Your son undertook 7 yagnas. Apart from the Agnistoma, Ashwamedha, Rajsuya, Gomedha, and Vaishnav, he performed the most rare Maheshwar Yagna to make Lord Shiva manifest. From him, he obtained a chariot capable of travelling at will, the power of Maya to envelop everything in darkness, and powerful bows and arrows as booms. What he is performing now is the final Yagna. Ravana was not at all satisfied with these words of Shukracharya. "The deed you have done is not good. You have wasted wealth to worship our enemies, Indra and the other gods. The merit earned thus far is enough," he said, and took Meghnada away with him. Then Vibhishan broke a piece of ill news to Ravana. A girl named Kumbhinana, who was related to Ravana as a sister, was being raised in Ravana's house. Kumbhinana was the daughter's daughter of Malyavan, who was the elder maternal uncle of Ravana's mother. A Rakshasa named Madhu had come and abducted her when no one was around. At that time, Ravana had gone on his quest for world conquest. Kumbhakarna was asleep, and Vibhishan was performing penance in water. Though he himself had abducted many maidens, Ravana was infuriated to hear that someone had abducted his own sister. He awakened Kumbhakarna from his sleep, prepared the Rakshasa warriors and soldiers for war, and marched upon Madhupura, where Madhu resided. Learning that her brother Ravana was coming with a vast army to kill her husband, Kumbhinana came to meet him weeping. She implored him, "O brother, do not kill your brother-in-law and inflict widowhood upon me." Ravana's heart melted at Kumbhinana's plight. "I shall not kill your husband, show me where he is. I am going to heaven to conquer the Devas, I shall take him along with me," he said. Kumbhinana went to her husband Madhu and said, "My brother is calling you to wage war against the Devas, go. The friendship of such a person is very good for us." Madhu approached Ravana, honored him with Arghya and Padya, and showed him many courtesies. Ravana accepted his brother-in-law's hospitality for one night and, departing the next day, reached the vicinity of Kailas, where Vaishravana resided. As it was evening by then, Ravana's army camped there. That night, the moon was shading beautiful moonlight, and a cool, gentle breeze was blowing. Amidst the trees, the Kinnaras were performing choral songs. In Kuber's palace, the songs sung by the Apsaras were audible. Everywhere, flowers were diffusing their fragrance. Sitting upon the mountain and gazing at the surrounding vistas in the moonlight, Ravana was seized by a great longing. At that moment Rambha, the foremost among all Apsaras, came that way, walking through Ravana's slumbering armies. Seeing her arriving like a second Lakshmi, adorned with divine ornaments, wearing divine flower garlands, with mandara flowers in her hair, and wearing a black veil, Ravana rose from his seat, approached her, and took her hand. "To whom are you going now? Who is that fortunate soul? I am no ordinary person. There is none greater than me in the 3 worlds. I beseech you with folded hands, fulfill my desire and then go," he said. Rambha, trembling at his words, pleaded, "You should not speak to me thus. You are the one who should protect me if others cause me grief. I am like a daughter-in-law to you. Your brother's son, Nalkubra, is waiting for me. I cannot love anyone other than him. Where is the place for husbands or lineages for you Apsaras?" Saying so, Ravana violated Rambha. Rambha, becoming like a crushed flower and a snapped creeper, went in utter shame, fear, and sorrow and fell at Nalkubra's feet, recounting the injustice Ravana had done to her. Nalkubra, in a fit of rage, touched water and cursed, "Henceforth, if this Ravana violates any woman who does not desire him, his head shall shatter into 1,000 pieces." After hearing of this curse, the virtuous women among those Ravana had abducted felt supreme joy. Ravana too, from that day forward, stopped violating women. Ravana departed from Kailas and led his armies toward heaven. Hearing the news that the Rakshasa army had besieged heaven from 4 sides, Indra cautioned the celestial hosts to prepare for war. He went to Vishnu and asked, "Ravana has invaded, what is to be done? In the past, we all conquered the Rakshasas with your help. Will you take up your discus and go to war with Ravana? I shall not fight now, he will not die at our hands, for his time has not yet come. For the present, you yourself oppose him. Have no fear," Vishnu replied. A great war ensued between the Devas and the Rakshasas. Ravana's grandfather, Sumali, led the Rakshasa forces and was killed in this battle by a Vasu named Savitra. The Rakshasa army also took a heavy blow. 9 out of every 10 Rakshasas perished. Indra fought magnificently and captured Ravana alive. Learning of this, Meghnada employed his Maya and, fighting invisibly, came and captured Indra, thereby releasing his father. The war is over. We have won. Here, Indra is in our grasp. You may now rule the 3 worlds, he said. By capturing Indra, Meghnada became Indrajit. Ravana returned to Lanka taking his son and the captured Indra with him. To secure Indra's release, the Devas, accompanied by Brahma, went to Lanka. Brahma said to Ravana, who was in his court, "Your son's prowess is truly very great. I am pleased to see it. From now on, your son shall be renowned by the name Indrajit. No one can conquer him. You have conquered the Devas with his help, have you not? Now, release Indra." "O grandfather, if I must release Indra, then grant me immortality," said Indrajit. "My son, no living being has absolute immortality," said Brahma. "If that is so, I do not want absolute immortality either. I shall worship Agni daily with mantras and oblations to your satisfaction. Before I set out for war, a chariot yoked with horses must emerge from the fire. As long as I am upon it, I must have immortality. This is the boon I seek. If I fail to complete the worship of Agni, let me perish," he said. After Brahma agreed to this, he released Devendra. The Devas, including Indra, returned to heaven. During Ravana's travels across the earth in his war frenzy, he also encountered some defeats. Sage Agastya recounted these as well to Rama. With the intention of defeating the 1,000-armed Kartavirya, Ravana went to the city of Mahishmati with his retinue. He learned that Arjuna had departed that very day with his wives to engage in water sports in the Narmada river. Ravana also went to the Narmada river with his followers, bathed there, and sat down to perform Shiva Puja. His ministers brought ritual flowers and made a large heap on the riverbank. Ravana placed the golden linga, which he always carried with him, on a sand dune, worshipped it, and began to sing and dance before it. The Narmada river flows from east to west and empties into the western sea. Such a river now began to flow from west to east. Furthermore, the river swelled more and carried away the flowers Ravana had used for worship. Seeing this, Ravana snapped his fingers and called Shuka and Sarna, commanding them to find out the reason for the Narmada flowing backward. When they went and looked, they saw Kartavirya playing in the water with his wives. As he blocked the river's flow with his 1,000 arms, the river swelled and flowed backward. Shuka and Sarna returned and told Ravana of this matter. Realizing that the man they described as a great tree must be Kartavirya, Ravana set out for battle and said to Kartavirya's ministers, "Tell your king that Ravana is challenging him to war. What a fine time you have chosen for war. Does one challenge a king when he is sporting in the water with women? Come tomorrow and satisfy the itching of your hands," said the ministers. But Ravana insisted on war right then. Kartavirya's ministers told him to fight them first. A battle took place between both sides. The Rakshasas surged forward and killed many in Arjuna's retinue, some they even devoured. Hearing the clamor of this battle, Kartavirya told his wives not to fear, took up a make, and, whirling it with 500 of his arms, came to the place of battle. Prahasta took up a pestle and stood across his path. Arjuna shattered the pestle hurled by Prahasta with his make and pursued him. As soon as Prahasta fell from the blows of the make, Maricha, Shuka, Sarna, Dhumraksha, Mahodra, and others fled. Thereafter, Ravana began the duel with Arjuna. The two struck each other with maces, but neither wavered, standing firm like mountains. Finally, when Arjuna struck Ravana's chest with his make with all his might, it broke into fragments. However, Ravana fell unconscious from that blow. Immediately, Arjuna seized Ravana, bound him, and took him to his city. Pulastya Brahma, who was in heaven, learned of this. He came to Mahishmati in great haste. Kartaviryaarjun served him with great devotion as a guest and asked the purpose of his visit. My son, you have defeated my own grandson, who had conquered all worlds and was deemed invincible. What prowess is yours? What fame? Release him, said Pulastya. Without a word of dissent, Kartaviryaarjun untied Ravana's bonds, made a pact of friendship without enmity with him in the presence of Agni, gave him clothes and ornaments as gifts, and sent him away. The 57th part of the Chandamama Ramayana is complete. For now, Swasti.